guys, welcome back to my channel. We're packing up the escape to go ahead and go up to Des Moines for a bike ride. Got one in. Now we're working on the other one. Alright, now to pack up our bags, grab our fluids, and get going. Here we are, getting ready to head off on our bike ride. Starting at Sargent's Park here in Des Moines, Iowa. Caitlin. Hi. Mashu. And me. Boop. Off we go. After we left Sargent's Park in Des Moines, we headed north. We were going to Founders for lunch. It was a rather hot day, so we made certain to pack loads and loads of water. It was way hotter than we really anticipated. We started early, but we were hoping to still be some of the first people at Founders for lunch. And it was pretty humid in addition to hot. And as you can see along the trail there was a lot of pollen from the trees. So everybody's allergies were acting up. So it made for a very difficult bike ride. But we still had a lot of fun. It was a great workout, hard sweat. As always, Matthew is leading the pack and navigating for us, for other bikers, so that we can fall back in line and make space for everybody. My friend Caitlin is joining us and just rocking it. This bike trail goes along a campsite, it goes under the interstate, it goes near many cornfields. Just a lot of different things to see, a lot of things going on. It's very busy. And when the weather is right, there's plenty of people out there. More mild weather, it's going to be really busy, but I also notice when it gets hot, there's still a lot of people. There's also multiple trailheads. We just passed one right there. And this is kind of a clover, I believe, that we are circling here. And then we're starting to head up a very steady but steep hill. And I tell you what, if it wasn't as hot as it was, I would have made it up this hill. It would have been hard, but I would have been proud, would have made it up it. Today with this heat, nope. I had to just give in. I had to listen to my body. And there you go, there's a guy zooming down that hill. Lucky fellow. Wish we were him right now. But, you see, we could just keep moving. I took a water break. Then we made it up, and there was a lovely shade spot, so we decided to stop here, reapply sunscreen, have some caffeine, which I will admit I regret later. I probably should have just stuck to water because it was just way too hot and it was very easy to dehydrate. Later on the way back through this area, a deer ran out in front of Matthew. It was about 20 feet ahead of him, and he had to just stop. He was just dumbfounded that he saw that, and we saw it too. It was beautiful. I wish that the GoPro wasn't dead at that time. It would have been awesome to get on film. This is such a beautiful stretch of trail. It's tree lined, but then the edges are very steep, like really steep ditches. As you can see, Caitlin and I are excited. We're full of energy again because we finished by walking up the hill. Matthew biked the whole thing. He's a killer. He's a real trooper. It was a really sunny day too. Like beautiful blue skies. We went through another area that you could get on, another trailhead called Mally's Park. And we're continuing on towards Founders. This is about a 9-mile bike ride. When we cut it and we go from Mally's to Founders, it's about 5, maybe a little more than. As you could tell, we wear a lot of white when we go out biking and it's hot, and we try to keep our shoulders and heads covered so that we don't get sunburnt when we don't have the time to reapply our sunscreen. But I do highly recommend making certain you've got a snack, maybe a couple snacks, some water, some electrolyte drink, all in your backpack. And 2 sunscreens, double sunscreen. Make certain you have more than enough sunscreen for you and your friend. Take care of them. And when it's this hot and biking, I most definitely recommend getting out really early or, in the evening and wearing the proper gear and garb for whatever kind of temperature you're biking in. One thing I would note about this trail is that it does come across a lot of highways where you have to cross over them. And they do get a bit busy from time to time, especially during peak biking times, which is not one of my favorite things on trails, but it's pretty popular in Iowa for bike trails to cross over traffic pretty regularly too. By this time, we were all just exhausted, running on fumes, even with our snacks and caffeine and electrolytes. We were all just struggling, which we were pretty lucky. We got there and the gal had gotten an order from a previous customer who just said, nope, we don't want our food anymore. And it was just finished cooking when they said no, and we walked in. So they gave us half-priced cheeseburger and fry meals, which was just a sight to behold for us. We were hangry. We were ravenous, all of us. And then I believe Caitlin ended up just getting the same thing as well. And on a hard day of biking 10 miles out and 10 miles back pretty much, I think it's a hard-earned lunch. It was really well deserved for all of us. And as you can see, we do bike and enjoy ourselves. We do take breaks. Here we are passing some corn or soybean fields. It's a nice little stretch. It seems like it's slightly uphill through here for a while. But when it is hot, that sun is beating down on you out there. There is nothing to protect you. And it gets tough. As you can see, I'm head down and just into it at this point. I am thinking about lunch and nothing else besides maybe my thighs burning. I think I walked away from this day with burnt forearms, a burnt nose, and burnt knees. And this would not be the first time that I have burnt my knees while biking. But some lessons are learned the hard way.